hour, and sometimes it can be like herding cats to get everybody in one room at the same time. My name is Mark Morgan. I'm with Interstate Realty Management Company, which is the management arm of the Michaels organization. I can't tell you how honored and pleased I am to be here tonight to celebrate the achievements and the goals and dreams and aspirations of our young men and women that live within our communities here in Chicago. Before I get started, I'd like to acknowledge a few people that are here in attendance with us. We have Mickey Anderson, who's Vice President of Michaels Development Company, our development arm. Louise Dooley, where's Louise? In the back, she's my operational Vice President here in Chicago, does a great job. Also with us tonight is Tim Veenstra, Deputy Chief Property Officer of CHA. Thanks for coming out and charge asset management. We also have with us tonight Alderman Burnett, who represents 27th Ward and residents at our West Haven housing developments. Also with us today is Mary Howard, who is Deputy Chief Housing Officer in charge of resident services. Mary. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my staff who helped put all this together. My social service team, operational and maintenance team who helped put all this together, so thank you so much for your help here tonight. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the foundation. The Michaels Organization Educational Foundation was founded 24 years ago as a way for our owner, Michael Levitt, to give back to the communities in which he was developing his business and building communities, affordable housing communities across the country. Started off very small. He said, let's do something to give back. And I think the first year we gave out, 15 scholarships, maybe, $35,000, $40,000. And over the 24 years, that's just grown tremendously. Sometime after the first year, he said, you know what, we do very well in what we do as a business. You know what, our vendors are doing very well off of us at the property side. He said, let's go out and solicit the vendors that we do business with and have them give back to these communities too, because they're making a living in these communities. So every year we go out and we solicit donations to our educational foundation from all of our partners, vendors, anyone else who we can to give back to the community. Mike and Pat Levitt are so committed to this endeavor that they match every year $2 for every dollar that's donated to the foundation. So I think that's terrific. So this year, the foundation is giving out 184 scholarships totaling $503,000. It's the largest amount we've ever given out. In our Chicago communities here in Chicago, they got a pretty good chunk of that. We have 19 scholars that will be receiving scholarship awards in Chicago, a total amount of $45,500. And the great news is over these 24 years, we've given out over 1,800 scholarships, over $3.5 million worth of scholarships to our residents. So, what could be better than that? Fantastic. So, I'll be brief because I know we want to hear from some of the scholars and hear what they're up to. But we do have some people here that want to make some brief remarks. And first to the podium, I'd like to introduce Alderman Burnett, if you want to come up and say a few words.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to commend Brenshaw Michaels and also Interstate Realty Management Company for what you're doing for the young people and the not so young people that are receiving some of these scholarships. I also want to commend CHA for the scholarships that they do, helping folks to get educated at city colleges with the partnership that they have at city colleges, which I think is the best kept secret in Chicago. I just want all of you all to know that I used to live in CHA. I have a son getting ready to go to college. Because I'm a CHA alumni, can I get some of this money? I guess not. I guess that means no. You all have no idea how blessed you are. I have a son that's getting ready to go to college, and my wife and I were scraping up, trying to put the money together to pay for school. It's a blessing when you have financial help for someone to get an education. You have to truly thank God for it, because some people, some schools cost $85,000 a year, $63,000 a year, and some folks have to try to come up with money out of their pockets to pay for it. You all are blessed, for one, to have a government that put together affordable housing like CHA to allow you to have a decent and an affordable place to stay, for one, which is great. And because I know a lot of us, and I know people come to my office every day looking for a place to stay. And no matter what your income is, they make sure you have a decent and affordable place to stay. But also you're blessed to have organizations like Brenshaw Michaels, which is a developer that develop a development that's brand new and that fits in any community in the city of Chicago, and make it affordable. But the culture is changing. When you see so many people from the community, young people, the next generation of public housing residents going to college, that means a lot. That's a changing in the culture. Instead of seeing our siblings and relatives going to jail, it's exciting to see them go to college. That's a big deal. And it's good to see the culture change. It's good to see us, whether we be adults or young people, believing that we can go to college, that we have an opportunity to go to college, that we can better ourselves and be the next generation. And I'm one of the siblings from public housing, born in Rockwell, grew up in Cabrini Green, and I ended up going to college. Thank God for government to help me go to college, and then later on myself. But the next step is, once you go to college, and especially if you go to college and don't have a bunch of bills to pay afterwards, which this is helping you to do, the next thing to do is to do what I did. I moved my mom out of Cabrini Green, and I bought her a house. And that's the next step. The next step is ownership, not renting, but own, and own a piece of the American dream. And that's what college is all about. College is about that American dream. And what I would say to all of you all, I know, it's funny, I went to school to major in engineering, and I commend all of you graduates and those folks who are already in school. I went to school to major in engineering. I wanted to be a mechanical engineer. And look at me today, I'm an alderman. Go to college. You may have your major set right now. Our society changed. The workplace changed, technology changed, a lot of things changes. Don't limit yourself. God has a purpose for you. You may not know what that is right now, but I tell you this, if you stay in school, you get a good education, you'll find out what it is. So I just want to say God bless all of you. God bless CHA, God bless Interstate Realty Company, Brenshaw Michael, and everyone who's helping to fund these scholarships so you can have an easier time getting your education. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Alderman Burnett. As a father of four, this year I will have two in college. I'm still suffering from sticker shock on what it's costing, but it's important. And I think it's also important for the scholars here today that are accepting awards, and if you're here with a parent or guardian, you take the time to thank them for all their efforts. That they have you have your hopes and dreams and achievements, but they also have hopes and dreams for you as well, and they're help push you there, I'm sure. So I hope you take some time today and thank your parent or guardian for all the efforts they put forth to get you where you are today. And I also know that we have some repeat scholarship winners here today, and my hope is that everybody here that takes advantage of it can take advantage of it for 4 straight years and get through the schooling. And it's there. Let's take advantage of it. It amazes me at times how difficult it is to get the applications rolling in for money that's sitting there that we want to award. And again, I have to thank my supportive service staff for doing a great job in, identifying who's ready for secondary education and pushing them to, make good and complete the applications. Thank you so much for that. At this point, I'd like to invite Mary Howard up to say a few words. Mary?
Thank you, and I'm really honored to be here tonight. This is a great celebration, and really glad to be a part of it. Want to start out by thanking you, Alderman Burnett, for all your support, and for the Michaels organization for being a great partner of ours over the year. I do want to also offer regrets that our CEO, Michael Merchant, couldn't join us this evening, so you get me instead. Hope that's okay. Today's another success story, and it's wonderful to be able to have these celebrations. Just last week, we honored more than 100 of our students that were taking flight and actually going away from Chicago to school, which was really awesome. Some of them have scholarships, some of them cobbled together financial aid in other ways. But it's really important that while we celebrated those 100 and some youth that were leaving Chicago, it's really important to also recognize that we have thousands of students in college. We need to get over the stigma and the myth that we don't go to college as public housing residents. We do, in the thousands. Not only do we have the partnership with city colleges, but we also encourage other scholarship programs to go to four-year college universities, and all that needs to be celebrated. Thank you for encouraging your youth to stick with school, to graduate, to go on. It's really important that we do that. Tonight, we're celebrating 11 of our CHA scholars who are getting scholarships. And that is really great for us to add that to both our scholarship program and just knowing that we have some youth that rise above, get scholarships as they put together their financial aid package. And because of these scholarships, our scholars are going to some of the best schools in the country, Cornell, University of Chicago, et cetera, et cetera. And these scholarships, of course, as all of you know who are doing the fine-tuning on the package, they help close the gap. And we know that education is the key out of poverty. These scholarships help close that gap. And again, I want to thank the Michaels organization for their generosity. So thank you, Mark, for you and your team, and just congratulations to all the scholars. Congratulations to all the parents or guardians, and thanks again for having me here tonight.
Thank you, Mary. So I think it's time we meet some of the scholars and present some certificates. And I'm going to introduce Marcia Harvey to come up and introduce the scholars. And we're going to ask them to please come up to accept the certificate and get a picture here. And I would ask you at the end of the program, if all the scholars can come up for a group picture, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Good evening. I am so excited. This is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate our residents and your accomplishments, so congratulations to you. We have two of our recipients who would like to come up to present and just say some words about their experience. The first one would be Ms. Jacqueline Seaberry. I need to tell you, Ms. Seaberry gave me a run for my money. She was the first resident to come in to complete her application, and she made sure I stayed there with her and walk her through the process. So, Ms. Seaberry, I'd like for you to come up and say some words for us.
Hello, everyone. I would like to first thank the Michael Scholarship Program. I haven't been in school since almost 30 years. I'm grateful and honored to be receiving one of the micro-organizations foundation scholarships. I would like to first give honor to God, all the people that were involved in making this decision and granting me a scholarship. For that, I can be able to start a new journey into nursing field. It's been over 30 years since I've been out of school, and I'm ready to advance in education and doing something I love, nursing. I'm very thankful for a chance to break the limits off my life. I will give my all in order to achieve greatness, to graduate with the RN license. This means a lot to me, and I'm overjoyed, grateful to you all for helping me along the way, and I'm appreciative of the program. Most of all, I would like to thank Ms. Lisa Young, and you know I'm going to do it wrong. Thank them too for standing by me, and helping me along the way and pushing me. And I put limits on myself because a long time ago I should have got it, but I let fear get in my way. But I'm almost 50 and I'm going back, and I'm ready to break the limits. And I thank you.
Our next recipient is Ms. Gabrielle Young. She's a 3-year recipient of the Michael Scholarship. Ms. Young is a returning junior at the University of Illinois, Chicago, and I see you're interested in social work. So congratulations to you. She plans to get her MSW as well as her PhD. Come on up, Ms. Young.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabrielle Young, as she mentioned. I started my first year at UIC. I'm getting my bachelor's in psychology. And I would like to thank the Michaels organization because when I first started, I didn't know how I was going to attend because I already owed a student loan. So I would like to thank them because they were the reason why I was able to continue my education. I am forever grateful and thank you.
Okay, now we move along to the presentations of the certificates of scholars. I'm going to call your name. Okay. The first is Ms. Ashley Coates. She's a freshman majoring in communication at Roosevelt University. Our next recipient is Janae Ware. Janae is a returning sophomore majoring in education. She will be attending Central State University. Our next recipient, I would first like to acknowledge the mother. Her name is Ms. Deborah Simmons because she has two kids who are recipients of the Michael Scholarship. The first is Donna Peterson. She's attending the University of Illinois. Oh, may I add, she's also majoring in chemical engineering.
She's not a good critic, she's smart.
We have another young man who was unable to be here because he's gone away to school. His name is Julius Claiborne. He was born on the south side of Chicago, and he is a graduate of Urban Prep Academy, and he will be studying at Cornell University. Okay, our next recipient is Miss Erica Higgins. Ms. Higgins will be a freshman at Malcolm X College, studying nursing. So I'm happy to announce that Alderman Downs has joined us. What I would like to do, the next recipient is not here, but I don't know if his mother would like to come up. I would like to acknowledge her again. Her name is Ms. Deborah Simmons. As I said, she has 2 kids. Her child is William Carter, and she took him to school today. He's a sophomore, majoring in psychology at Illinois State University. So again, I want to all right. The next young man is a resident of Legend South. His name is Sterling Gavin. Sterling is a junior at Western Illinois University, majoring in elementary education. Now, I have rehearsed this young lady's name, so I hope I pronounce it correctly. Jamia. Thank you, I'm sorry. She will be attending Southern Illinois University, majoring in speech, language, and hearing. The next recipient is a resident of West Haven Park. Her name is Ms. Jasmine Grayson. Jasmine will be a sophomore at Tuskegee University. Our next recipient is also a resident of West Haven Park. However, he's not here today because he's working, but his mother is here, Miss Keisha Holly. Her son name is Elijah Von. Our next recipient is also a resident of West Haven Park. Her name is Tanae Williams. Tanae will be attending Clark Atlanta University. You want both aldermen to stand in, but this young lady is from Park Douglas. Her name is Ms. Renelle McAllister. She will be attending DePaul University, majoring in social services. Our next recipient is a resident of West Haven Park. And I think Dewan has been the recipient for 2 years. So, Dewan King, please come up. You will start. I would like to also add Dewan. He is majoring in social work. Okay. The next recipient is a resident of Legend South. Her name is Ms. Carolyn Morris. She's a graduate student in nursing at the University of Illinois at Chicago. Our next recipient is a resident of Park Douglas. Her name is Ms. Tasia Linton. She will be a freshman attending the University of Louisville. Our next recipient is also a resident of Legend South. Her name is Jamaica Seegers. She will be pursuing her nursing career at Eastern Illinois University this fall. Last but not least, our last resident is a resident of Legend South. Her name is Ms. Tammy Robinson. Ms. Robinson is a junior at Chicago State University, and she's majoring in early childhood education. That is it for our recipients. Again, congratulations to you.
Joining us a little late, Alderman Dow. few remarks? Sure. I'll lead out. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to congratulate, I'm not going to take up too much time, but I want to congratulate every one of the winners and the scholarship winners today. I wish you well as you move forward and continue your education. It's about being able to take that education that you learn and to do something with it that's going to benefit our community, benefit our city, and benefit the entire world. So I wish you well, and I want to thank Legends South and Interstate Management and all of the other Renshaw Michaels for their involvement in this project. Thank you. And the Chicago House.
Wait, did I hear chemical engineering? No, there's some really neat fields that people are looking to get into, and I hope as you graduate and are looking for work, you'll come see us and put in an application. We're always looking for good, we're always looking to replenish, so you may have a home with us. Again, I would ask all the recipients to please come forward for a picture. And I'd like to invite everybody to stay. We're going to have some refreshments and sandwiches. I know we drug you out at dinner time, so we are going to try to feed and water you a little bit. So thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. It's such a pleasure for me to celebrate these kinds of things. It's probably the best part of my job. So I hope everybody is safe going home tonight. Thank you so much for coming out.